Why millions of Americans fart after eating beans.
It doesn't matter that 20 doctors have told you it's all in your head. I got news for you. It's actually all in your gut.
Millions of Americans have changed their gut health, all thanks to a world-renowned doctor and best-selling author, Stephen Gundry.
You really have changed the way I think about what I eat.
Best book I've seen on diet ever.
You did all this research. You were 70 pounds heavier. What did you change? What did you stop eating and what did you start eating?
So I used to be 70 pounds overweight. I was running 30 miles a week. I was going to the gym 1 hour every day and eating a healthy, low-fat vegetarian diet. And no matter what I did, I couldn't lose weight. But by adding one thing to my diet, I completely changed my gut health. I suddenly lost weight. I discovered energy I never knew I had. I cleared up my digestion, and I found joy in eating again. I attribute almost all of my weight loss to the addition of one thing that I did to my diet.
Tell me if this sounds familiar. When you were a kid, you had tons of energy. You rarely experienced digestive pain, and you could eat whatever you wanted without gaining fat. But as you've gotten older, it feels like something in your body has changed. You may experience digestive issues like bloating or constipation, cravings for sugar and carbs, skin rashes, breakouts, and redness, poor immune systems, frequent colds, headaches and brain fog, excessive fatigue, weight gain, especially around the belly, and low mood or feeling like you're in a funk. And if you've talked to your doctor about it, they probably told you there's nothing actually wrong with you. Oh, they may suggest cutting back on fast food or exercising more. But what if I told you it was all lies? What if I told you there was something wrong inside you? Even more shocking, that it's not your fault. My name is Dr. Stephen Gundry, and I've made this brand new video presentation for two reasons. First, to tell you that you, like me, may be suffering from what researchers are now calling leaky gut, a problem lurking deep inside you that could be the root cause of your low energy, digestive discomfort, brain fog, food cravings, weight gain, and even skin issues. And the second reason I made this video is to tell you how you can fix it. Because there's not only hope for a solution, there's now clinical research proving this dangerous condition is real, and even better, a method to stop it for good. That means dramatically improved energy, fewer food cravings, inches vanishing from your waistline, the end of digestive discomfort, and best of all, restoring the healthy body you used to have, both inside and out. I've seen this incredible transformation in thousands, yes, thousands of people who have all regained their health in ways they never thought was possible. But the first person I tried this simple solution on was me. You see, for decades I thought I was doing everything right. I was eating a healthy diet. After all, I'm a heart surgeon. I rarely ate fast food. I consumed low-fat dairy and whole grains. I ran 30 miles a week and worked out at the gym daily. Despite all this, I was 70 pounds overweight with high blood pressure, migraine headaches, arthritis, high cholesterol, and insulin resistance. I kept asking myself, if I'm doing everything right, why is this happening to me? If you're watching this video, you too probably know that something isn't right, but you don't know what. Maybe you simply can't take control of your raging appetite or cravings for certain foods. Low carb, low fat, paleo, low glycemic, and the other diets haven't helped and weren't sustainable. Or after initial success, the lost weight quickly came back. The same goes for jogging, speed walking, weight training, aerobics, CrossFit, yoga, spinning, or whichever exercise program you've tried to get rid of those stubborn pounds, only to see them not work out in the end. If this sounds familiar, I wouldn't be surprised if you've also been dealing with the frustration of digestive issues, headaches, aching joints, or morning stiffness. Some people also experience adult acne, brain fog, or a major lack of energy or a host of other conditions you just can't shake. You may feel that somehow you're at fault for your poor health or your excess pounds, making you feel guilty or even ashamed. If it's any comfort, you're not alone, and I'm here to tell you it is not your fault. And all those annoying symptoms are about to change. I'm going to tell you exactly what's been going wrong inside you. It's something almost nobody is aware of yet. Not even a room full of doctors I was invited to speak to at Harvard. I'll tell you this story in a minute, and you're not going to believe how unaware some of these so-called Ivy League folks really are. I'm also going to tell you how I've helped thousands of people deal with these very same issues you've been suffering from. I want you to feel what they feel. The end of painful digestive issues. The end of uncontrollable food cravings that lead to weight gain. All those unexplained skin, mood, and health issues vanishing in a matter of weeks. And best of all, I want you to be brimming with energy again. The kind of energy you had when you were young, and the kind of energy my patients and I have found once again, even at age 60 and beyond. But first, repeat after me. I am not to blame. That's right, these problems are not your fault. There is a solution to what ails you, but please prepare to have all your assumptions about what you thought was healthy turned on their head. In fact, some of what I'm about to tell you is going to fly directly in the face of what many doctors believe. So how can I be so certain about this issue plaguing millions of Americans and the simple, proven way you can fix it? Well, let me tell you about my medical background and how I discovered this shocking health solution, one that most doctors are completely in the dark about. Again, my name is Dr. Stephen Gundry, and I'm a cardiothoracic surgeon and celebrated nutritionist living in Palm Springs and Santa Barbara, California. I graduated with honors from Yale University and received my medical doctorate from the Medical College of Georgia. I spent 16 years as a professor of surgery and pediatrics and chairman of cardiothoracic surgery at the world-famous Loma Linda University School of Medicine. Along with my former partner, Leonard Bailey, I perform more infant and pediatric heart transplants than any other doctor in the world. I'm the inventor of the Gundry retrograde cardioplegia cannula, one of the most widely used devices to keep the human heart alive during open heart surgery. I was one of the original 20 surgeons who tested the world's first artificial heart and one of the first to use robots in surgery. I've seen thousands of patients with a spectrum of health issues, including cardiovascular disease, cancer, autoimmune conditions, diabetes, and obesity. But you may know me better from my appearances on shows such as Dr. Oz, or interviews on news channels across America, or my online videos on health and wellness, which have over 50 million views. And according to my colleagues, this video is my most important video to date. I'm also the personal physician for legendary self-help guru Tony Robbins, who was kind enough to recently say, Dr. Gundry is one of America's greatest and most knowledgeable physicians, and for years I've had the good fortune to benefit from his care. Why do Tony Robbins, Fortune 500 executives, and thousands of other Americans come to me for help? The answer is simple, because I'm willing to tackle medical issues that nobody else can fix. People come to me when they've been everywhere, Harvard, the Mayo Clinic, Princeton, UCLA, and they still can't find answers, because I'm not afraid to try solutions that go against the grain. In fact, in my experience, many health professionals are often behind on the latest research and in some cases actually doing more harm than good. And that's why, after 16 years as chief of heart surgery, I left my position at Loma Linda University School of Medicine. Why did I do it? Why would a successful doctor leave a prestigious career and turn his back on conventional medicine? Well, the reason may shock you. I realized that much of what I had learned, much of what we were telling patients was flat out wrong. Specifically, my research showed that many of the conditions I was treating, weight gain, poor circulation, deteriorating health, heart issues, even mental decline, they were all starting in a place nobody was talking about, the gut. At first, it seems hard to believe that some, if not most, of the health issues we experience start in our digestive tract and can be fixed there too. But take it from me, someone who has now spent decades researching, studying, and testing solutions in this field, most health problems you face in life can be traced back to your gut. And if you suffer from digestive issues, fatigue, skin problems, aching in joints, low mood, headaches and brain fog, or just a feeling that you're in a funk, but you're not sure why, you may be suffering from what I and other researchers now refer to as leaky gut. Now you're probably wondering, what is leaky gut? How are all these different health issues related? And what do they have to do with my digestive tract? Well, get ready, because I'm about to explain everything. Leaky gut is a term used to describe a simple problem with a devastating result, that the lining of your digestive tract may be leaky, allowing dangerous toxins to sneak into your body and wreak havoc on virtually every aspect of your health. Here's a simple way to understand leaky gut. When you eat some delicious food, it travels through your body along your digestive tract. Along the way, that food gets broken down in your stomach, and the good stuff gets absorbed into your system to provide you with nutrients and energy you need to survive. And the bad stuff, the junk like bacteria, toxins, and things that are dangerous to you, get processed and, well, you get rid of them when you go to the bathroom. It's our body's beautiful, natural system for making sure you get the most out of food, while easily and efficiently getting rid of the bad stuff. And for the most part, your body is designed pretty well. But here's the problem. Your digestive tract is very long. Amazingly, if you could take it out and look at it, your GI tract would have the same square footage as an entire tennis court. And yet, despite being this large, it's very thin. In fact, the lining of your digestive tract is only 1 cell thick. It's the thinnest thing that you can imagine. Now, here's what's cool about your body. Even though the lining of your digestive tract is razor thin, these cells are really tough. You can think of them like a line of Secret Service agents, locking arms, making sure nobody bad can break through your gut wall. And for the most part, nobody does break through. But here's the bad part. Thanks to new research by myself and others, we now know there's one dangerous thing that not only can break through, it's actually really good at destroying your gut lining. They're called lectins. If you've seen my other videos, you may have heard me discuss lectins before, but I have new information on lectins that's sending shockwaves through the medical community, which is why this is the most important video I've ever made. You see, lectins are tiny little proteins found in certain kinds of foods that are not supposed to be in your body. One famous type of lectin you may have heard of is gluten, but that's just one type. There's actually many found in various plants. Some common foods containing lectins are whole grain wheat, eggplants, and tomatoes. Many people have been told these are health foods, but in my opinion, they are anything but, because your ancestors didn't eat any of these so-called health foods. You see, tomatoes and eggplants weren't introduced to Western civilization until 1492, when Christopher Columbus discovered them in the New World and brought them back to Europe. Of course, he had no idea that they were packed with lectins, or the impact that they could have on human GI tracts, which had never been exposed to these foreign foods before. In the case of whole grain wheat, humans have been eating it for a while longer, since farming began about 10,000 years ago. But even then, most societies historically removed the dark wheat husk and instead ate white bread, which is not a coincidence, because it's in the dark husk that gut-destroying lectins are contained. However, since about 1950, the use of whole wheat health foods have skyrocketed in our society, as well as other lectin-rich foods. Do you know what else has happened since 1950? The obesity rate has more than tripled. The diabetes rate has skyrocketed 800%. An astounding 70% of Americans are now considered overweight or obese, and I was one of them. As a heart surgeon, I simply couldn't get my mind around it. How could Americans with the best medical technology in the world, the richest economy, a gym on every corner, and an abundance of health foods on every grocery store aisle be this sick and getting worse every year? Well, believe me, there is an answer. And there is a way to lose that weight, restore your energy, and fix the nagging health problems that are robbing you of your joy. A way to look and feel fantastic, the way you should. And it all starts with these lectins. You see, the nasty little lectins in these foods are experts at breaking the interlocked arms of those Secret Service cells in your gut. And when they break those cells protecting your gut wall, they don't just bust through your digestive tract. They leave a hole in the protective gut lining, meaning other bad stuff can now get through too. This, in short, is what we call leaky gut, lectins making holes in your digestive lining. And I wish I could say that that's where it ends, but actually, it's only the beginning of the problem. You see, once you've got leaky gut, other bad guys can storm through your weakened gut lining too. And the worst of these bad guys are what we call lipopolysaccharides, also known as endotoxins. Endotoxins are little pieces of bacteria. This is going to sound gross, but you need to hear this. On a chemical level, they're actually microscopic pieces of poop. There are about 5 pounds of them in your gut, and the Secret Service agents in your cells are supposed to keep them out. But once you've got leaky gut, these endotoxins see the hole and barge through it. And when they do, watch out. These endotoxins storm across your entire body like an invading horde. If these endotoxins get into your joints, they can cause aches and pain. If they get into your skin, they can cause itchiness, redness, acne, and rashes. If they get into your upper GI tract, they can cause heartburn and indigestion. If they get into your blood, they can even cause septic shock. If they get into your heart tissues, they can cause the kind of deadly health issues I've spent my entire career trying to prevent, including heart disease and even death. And do you know the worst part? To your brain, all these terrible things are perceived as attacks on your body, the same as if you have a virus. So your brain goes on high alert to threat level red to stop these attacks, sending healing cells to fix the problem, which you can do for a while. But your brain just can't stay on threat level red all day, every day. Pretty soon, the cells that protect your brain from endotoxins start to wear down. And when these glial cells in your brain are strained too hard, they actually cause your brain cells to die. I probably don't have to tell you what happens when brain cells start to die. Headaches, brain fog, and losing your mental sharpness are just the first signs of damage. But if these toxins are left to rampage through your body for months or even years, the damage can be far, far worse. If the thought of these health issues keep you up at night, believe me, I'm right there with you. So, you can see why I now say leaky gut isn't just some small issue that causes digestive discomfort. It may actually be a root cause of many, many of the issues that plague us, both physical and mental. And it all comes down to these evil, vicious endotoxins sneaking through your gut lining and wreaking havoc on your entire body. This is the shocking breakthrough that first made me realize my career was about to take a major turn. And once I realized what was really causing the problems I was seeing in so many people, I knew I had a new mission in life. Not to continue performing heart transplants and coronary bypass surgery, which is very important work, but really just a last resort, and an extremely painful and expensive option at that. No, I realized I could do the most good as a doctor if I could help people before they got to that point, by tackling their health problems where they start, in the gut. That's why I left Loma Linda University Medical Center and founded the Center for Restorative Medicine in Palm Springs, California. We took people that couldn't find answers to their unexplained issues anywhere else. Many of them were almost out of hope, but I took them. And together, we began changing lives, based on my new theory that many of these issues originated in the gut, and that it was in the gut we must fight them. I began to see incredible changes in people suffering from leaky gut. Elena J. was 67 years old and had suffered from severe heartburn most of her adult life. She also experienced constant belly aches, weakness, and fatigue, and had a low protein level. A biopsy revealed she had lesions on her esophagus. After starting my program, her heartburn vanished almost immediately, and her stomach stopped hurting. When she had her esophagus scoped the next year, the damage had been completely 100% reversed. 76-year-old Jennifer Yu came to me suffering from chronic achy joints and elevated immune activation markers. She could barely make a fist, let alone walk, without her joints crying out in pain. After trying my simple program, the achy joints and flare-ups were gone, not in years or months, but in a matter of weeks. And perhaps the biggest changes people saw were with weight loss. My most famous success story was someone you may have heard of, world-famous singer and songwriter and host of The Voice, Usher. Usher is also an actor, and he needed help losing weight when he was cast to play boxing legend Sugar Ray Leonard. This is a true story. When Usher met the actual Sugar Ray in person, the boxer told Usher he was too fat to play him, even though Usher had only 7% body fat. But when a legend speaks, you listen. And so Usher tried everything: paleo diet, gluten-free, even a raw vegan diet. He also worked out 6 hours a day. Nothing helped him lose weight. He was so frustrated he nearly gave up. What happened next? Usher adapted my diet and quickly and easily lost 15 pounds. Usher became Sugar Ray. And when he appeared on the entertainment news show Extra, and the host asked how he looked so fantastic, here's what he said. I had this very specific diet, Dr. Gundry's diet. You haven't seen it or heard about it yet, but it's an incredible regimen that really helped me shed weight and was also just really great for living. You are what you eat, so I had to do what I had to do, and now I'm in a good place. Usher is just one of thousands of people who have now adopted my program to astounding success, finally achieving the weight, energy, and health that eluded them for so long. This includes people of all weight types, from people trying to lose a large amount of weight to get their health under control, to folks who are just having trouble getting rid of those last few stubborn pounds of belly fat. Soon, we had so many people coming to us for help that we opened a second center in Santa Barbara, California. And what exactly was I doing to restore these people's health? Well, here's the basics. I simply stopped using all the medical techniques that had failed and relied on a natural, proven system that helped the body function the way it is meant to. I had people stop eating foods that were disrupting their digestive tract and causing leaky gut. For the most part, these are foods that our ancestors never ate, such as whole grains, beans, and other foods that contain tons of lectins. Amazingly, many of these foods are touted as healthy, when in fact they are actually wreaking havoc inside your gut. I also have people stop taking non-prescription OTC medications containing chemicals that destroy their gut lining, including antacids, painkillers, and all those over-the-counter anti-inflammatories. These things might help out for an hour or two, but they also make those holes in your gut bigger, leading to even worse symptoms of fatigue, indigestion, constipation, headaches, body aches, and the other symptoms of leaky gut. Incredibly, I could see the exact effects this program had on people because I tested their blood every 3 months for the entire time they were under my care. Using the most advanced testing methods available, I tested every single person for 12 separate markers of immune system activation, essentially to see if these endotoxins were putting their bodies on high alert.
If your doctor hasn't given you this test, don't be upset with them. I'm one of only a handful of doctors in the country allowed to run these expensive tests at the top labs in the world: the Mayo Clinic, the Cleveland Clinic, Berkeley, and others. And thanks to Medicare and insurance, I was able to run these incredible tests at little or no cost, so I made sure to give them to everybody. When the results came back, I could see exactly what foods were making a difference and which ones were not. One woman, Laura, was suffering from fatigue, weight gain, and joint aches all over her body. She also had terrible digestive discomfort and bloating. She'd been everywhere, and no one could help. Of course, as you can probably tell by now, she had all the signs of leaky gut. I told her what simple foods and harmful over-the-counter medicines to cut out, and which helpful supplements to add to her diet. We quickly healed the real cause of her problems, her leaky gut. With her gut lining repaired and toxins no longer sneaking into her body, the nerves in her joints stopped screaming for help because the high alert was over. She also lost a massive amount of weight. Her digestive issues went away, and she got back to being the healthy, happy, beautiful person she always knew she could be. Really, it's as simple as that. Well, after years of helping thousands of people just like Laura, I knew I was ready to present my findings to the world. In May of 2013, I presented the results of my multi-year study on the effect of repairing the gut wall on the flexibility of blood vessels to the American Heart Association, and the conference was stunned. My simple changes had created a 72% decrease in endothelial dysfunction, a precise way of looking at whether endotoxins were getting past the gut wall. The doctors were amazed. That's a massive, massive improvement in blood vessel function. Not only that, but I saw the markers for cardiovascular health improve in 100% of the participants. Yes, you heard that right. Every single person had experienced a massive health boost, and I had ironclad data to prove it. Well, I can tell you after years of trying to get the attention of the medical community on the true causes of so many health problems, it was fantastic to finally be spreading the word. I've since been invited to speak at virtually every prestigious institution in the world. In fact, I was at Harvard this year, where I spoke to a room full of the nation's top doctors. Now, I mean no offense to these Ivy League guys. I went to Yale myself, but you would be amazed at how a room full of smart people can actually be so misinformed. You see, the speakers were discussing a very serious topic, brain health. And one of these researchers had discovered a link to a type of cell I told you about earlier, the glial cells in your brain. Because of my expertise on this subject, I'd been invited to speak as well. These researchers realized that when glial cells get activated, there's a direct correlation with the start of cognitive problems. And I was glad to hear that that was their finding, because it's totally true, as my own research had confirmed. But here's the thing. When I asked them what was causing these glial cells to go on high alert, not one of them had an answer. And even worse, they didn't care, because the real purpose of this conference was to discover new drugs. One, to cover up the symptoms that these malfunctioning brain cells were causing. I almost shouted, but shouldn't we be trying to fix the thing that causes these cells to go on high alert instead of just hiding the symptoms? But my pleas fell on deaf ears. Sadly, the drugs they were hoping to develop could be a billion-dollar industry. Telling people to eat healthy, on the other hand, doesn't make anybody a dime. Well, I left that conference upset, but not surprised. I knew I had to do something to reach more people. Not just the thousands of people I'd seen in my practice, but tens of thousands, perhaps even millions. Every man, woman, and child who was suffering from fatigue, weight gain, brain fog, deterioration of mental focus, and digestive issues, and had no idea why. After all, there's people hurting all over America and the world, and realistically, I just can't meet them all. So I began writing a book detailing my research and experience, and talking about all the real-world people I'd helped over the years. Because my theory is based on the danger of lectins in plants which can both heal us but also harm us, I called the book The Plant Paradox. When it was done, I wasn't sure if anybody would read it, but I knew if I could help even one person suffering with leaky gut, it would be worth it. Well, the book was released in April of 2017. As of this writing, it's been on the top 10 of the New York Times bestseller list for 7 straight weeks, with no signs of slowing down. We've reached hundreds of thousands of people who are finally getting relief from weight gain, fatigue, digestive discomfort, and body pains. People who are elated to finally understand what was wrong in their body after so many doctors told them it was nothing. The Plant Paradox has been a blessing to so many, and we didn't spend a nickel on advertising. It was all word of mouth from the people I had helped, their families, their friends, and anyone who had seen the life-changing transformations this health plan can provide. And I couldn't be happier. In fact, there was really only one thing holding me back from total joy at the changes we were making. And that's because no matter how important a book you write, let's face it, not everyone has time to read it. Believe me, I'm the same way. I have a stack of books on my reading list, and it's hard to know which ones to read first, especially if you're busy with work and family, which so many of us are.
And nobody should have to suffer with excess weight, digestive issues, fatigue, and poor health just because they don't have time to read one book. So this year, I began working on a new mission in life. Was there a way we could improve gut health and help the body fix all these leaks with a formula people could use at home? If we could, I knew it could mean relief for thousands, maybe millions of people worldwide. It could mean people being able to go out and socialize again without worrying about digestive issues. It could mean helping people shed unhealthy weight and loving the way your body looks, not trying to hide it from the world. And it could mean finally tackling leaky gut and all the painful, joy-robbing symptoms associated with it. So, I began researching every nutrient, protein, and enzyme I could get my hands on, hoping to find ones that could help to naturally boost the strength of the digestive tract and stop those dreaded gut leaks. Well, I can tell you there are literally thousands of ingredients to test, and sadly, most of them do nothing. For a while, the work was so daunting, I almost felt like giving up. But we kept at it, and soon I discovered a handful of ingredients that gave people the relief they were praying for. We started with 3 ingredients. Their names are L-glutamine, N-acetyl-D-glucosamine, and licorice root extract. These ingredients all are proven to soothe irritated gut lining, and they work great, helping people experience less fatigue, fewer aches and pains, and supporting the weight loss efforts they'd been struggling to achieve. But I knew the results could be better, so we kept going. Within 6 months, I had 15 ingredients that were giving people even more control of their health and producing gut improvements unlike anything I'd ever seen from supplements. I was thrilled, but I knew we could still do better. That's when we stumbled upon Pepsin GI. Pepsin GI is a brand new compound, a combination of zinc and L-carnosine, 2 gut hero ingredients shown not only to soothe the gut lining, but actually help your body repair damaged tissue. Incredibly, that means this discovery was not only helping to prevent new holes in the gut, but actually could help the body fix the existing holes and stop endotoxins from getting in. As good as the early research on Pepsin GI was, I'm a stickler for hard data. So I insisted we put Pepsin GI through a double-blind, placebo-controlled clinical trial, the gold standard in human tests. 258 people were recruited who were suffering with heartburn, bloating, gas, diarrhea, and constipation, the telltale signs of leaky gut. Well, after 8 weeks, I looked at the data. I was flat out shocked. Using just Pepsin GI alone, 92% of users reported improvement in heartburn, bloating, gas, diarrhea, and constipation. Yes, over 9 out of 10 users saw improvement from this one ingredient alone. I immediately added Pepsin GI to my formula, bringing it to a grand total of 16 incredible gut hero ingredients, and began giving it to people suffering from leaky gut. The result was something I've never seen before, a supplement capable of naturally helping the body tackle virtually any case of leaky gut. We called this new formula Gundry MD's Total Restore Gut Health Blend. Gundry MD Total Restore is the first and only formula to combine these 16 powerful ingredients in a revolutionary new gut health blend. It's already helping people just like yourself achieve things they never thought were possible. Digestive issues improving dramatically or vanishing altogether. Excess weight, especially belly fat, finally becoming easier to lose. Unexplained skin, joint, and GI issues disappearing. Fatigue being replaced by an abundance of energy. The kind of energy you had as a kid, and the kind you can have again with a healthy gut. And do you know what I love most about this formula? It's a non-medical solution that doesn't require a doctor, clinic, or a visit to a hospital of any kind. Our lab discovered a way to turn these 16 ingredients into a single powerful pill. A pill you can take yourself every day, right in the comfort of your own home. And it goes to work soothing your digestive lining after just the very first use. Best of all, it has no sugar, no carbs, and 0 calories per serving. It's a healthy, all-natural, doctor-formulated capsule that is going to help you finally achieve the health and confidence you deserve. I'm going to tell you exactly how you can get Total Restore in just a moment. But first, let me explain how we achieve these incredible results. It's all thanks to these potent ingredients, which work because of what I call the 3-pronged defense. These lines of defense do 3 things to stop leaky gut. Number 1, help your body repair the damaged gut walls so no endotoxins can sneak in. Number 2, help absorb dangerous lectins. Number 3, rebalance friendly bacteria to protect you in the future. Let me quickly explain these one by one. Number 1, helping your gut. Total Restore is revolutionary because it contains ingredients proven to soothe and boost the lining of your gut wall. The first is L-glutamine, an amino acid that not only soothes the lining of your gut wall, but actually helps to reduce food cravings and helps control body weight. In a landmark 2014 study in Italy, overweight women were given either L-glutamine or placebo. In less than a month, the women who took L-glutamine had lost an average of over 6 pounds and 2 dress sizes, while the women who took a placebo lost no weight at all. In fact, the researchers determined that just taking L-glutamine helped people lose an extra 500 calories a day without changing their diet or exercise habits at all. L-glutamine is also well known to reduce appetite cravings for sugar, carbs, and even alcohol. It truly is a hero when it comes to helping keep your gut healthy and your body slim, which is why we include a whopping 213 milligrams of L-glutamine in every serving of Total Restore. But it's not just L-glutamine. We've also included multiple all-natural gut heroes like licorice root and marshmallow root. I know what you're thinking. Licorice and marshmallow? Sounds like a dessert. Well, these tasty herbs have actually been used for thousands of years as medicine, dating as far back as ancient China, Greece, and Rome. And thanks to modern science, we now know their use is not just ancient tradition. They actually work. Over 24 studies have recently shown that licorice root can help the lining of your gut wall. And a 2011 double-blind placebo-controlled study showed licorice root can help relieve symptoms of heartburn and acid reflux. And marshmallow root, which is not the puffy candy you eat around the campfire, but the actual root it's made from, is well known for its ability to coat and soothe the mucous membranes, including the holes in your gut. It does this by forming a protective layer around the holes where lectins like to sneak in. Think of this root as body armor that your Secret Service agents wear to make their locked arms even stronger. And it's terrific for people suffering from itchy skin, redness, or breakouts. According to Dr. Kenneth Howe of Wexler Dermatology in New York, the properties of the extract make it a great choice for people with problem skin. But the greatest gut hero is the one I told you about earlier, Pepsin GI. You see, Pepsin GI contains zinc, which has been shown in actual human users to not just improve, but actually help your body seal and restore the holes that cause leaky gut. That's what makes this formula so impressive. You see, most leaky gut treatments and over-the-counter gut products only help soothe the gut lining, which is like having a leaky boat and only getting more buckets to help bail water. You can't really solve the problem unless you not only get rid of the water, but patch up the holes. Then your boat is seaworthy again and ready to set sail. And that's exactly what Total Restore does. It gives you an ironclad gut lining, which is like going from an old pontoon with a hole in it to a supercharged speedboat. And when your body is working as it should, you will feel the difference immediately. And let me tell you something else. As a heart surgeon, I would sometimes see patients before heart surgery who swore to me that they felt fine and had no need for surgery. But after we put in a healthy heart or repaired the old one with new blood vessels and checked in a few weeks later, they would say to me, "Dr. Gundry, I had no idea how bad I was feeling until I felt good again." Well, this is exactly the way leaky gut works. For many of us, we've been feeling worse and worse for years, but it happens so slowly, we barely notice the fatigue, the hunger, the aches and pains. It just becomes the new normal. But once you tackle leaky gut and start seeing unhealthy cravings disappear, your energy comes surging back. Your body begins to rapidly transform. You'll say what I did when I finally rid myself of the symptoms of leaky gut. I'd forgotten what it's like to look and feel this good, and I never want to go back. And that's why, even after we help restore the gut lining, there's still more we can do to help stop leaky gut from coming back. And that brings me to our second line of defense. Number 2, help absorb dangerous lectins. Remember our Secret Service agents who lock arms and protect your gut lining? And remember how lectins are experts at barging through and making holes in this chain? So step 2 is to absorb lectins in your gut before they reach the line of Secret Service agents. We do this with something called N-acetyl D-glucosamine. You may have heard of glucosamine before, or even taken it. It has several health benefits, including relieving discomfort and improving joint health, which various studies prove it does very well. Unfortunately, the glucosamine you buy in stores is pretty low quality, which is why the store-bought kind is so poor at absorbing lectins. However, we use the highest form of glucosamine ever discovered, N-acetyl D-glucosamine. You can think of regular glucosamine as a cheap clunker of a car, and our high-grade version as a Porsche. And this high-grade glucosamine acts like a sponge that's an expert at absorbing all those evil lectins in your gut. In other words, glucosamine acts like a decoy agent, tricking the lectins into attacking him and keeping them far away from your gut wall. And now that the lectins are being safely distracted, the final part of our formula kicks in. Number 3, rebalancing your gut. Now, you may have heard of something called probiotics before. Probiotics are good bacteria that live inside your gut and help fight off bad bacteria, as well as yeast, fungus, and candida, all of which can wreak havoc on your health. And people sometimes ask me, are there probiotics in Total Restore? The answer is no. There's something better. Ingredients that help to protect your own natural probiotic supply and help destroy the bad bacteria in your gut. One way we do this is with mushroom extract. Mushroom extract is one of the favorite foods of the good bacteria in your gut. It also tells your immune system to stay calm and relaxed, which is one reason why mushrooms have been used to boost immune health for centuries. Total Restore also contains cloves, which I call the ultimate immune booster. Why do I call it that? Because cloves are the most powerful antioxidant known to man. You see, in 2010, world-famous Tufts University in Boston released their updated listing of the most powerful antioxidants in the world. They used a complex process to determine which ones actually protected us from oxygen damage at the cellular level, meaning they had the power to boost immune system, improve skin, boost eyesight, improve heart health, and even boost memory and brain function. In short, antioxidants are one of the most important aspects of health, period. Well, Tufts tested every antioxidant known to man: turmeric, cocoa beans, even legendary acai berries. These berries scored 100,000 points on the antioxidant scale, good enough to make the top 10. But when they tested ground cloves, it crushed all other ingredients, with an antioxidant score of a whopping 314,000, the most powerful antioxidant by far. That was a mind-blowing result, and after the study was released, I began taking clove extract twice a day. It makes me feel great, which is why I love that we have 17 milligrams of clove extract in Total Restore. It means you can get the power of cloves, as well as 15 other ultra-potent ingredients, all in one place. Now, at this time, I should point out that Total Restore is not necessarily for everyone. If you're what I call a perfect non-lectin eater, meaning you eat absolutely no foods containing lectins or that release endotoxins, such as pasta, rice, potatoes, squash, peppers, sugar, sunflower seeds, peanuts, cashews, wheat, oats, corn, tomatoes, and over a dozen other lectin-rich foods, then you may truly be one of the few Americans who do not have leaky gut and already feeling the benefits of a healthy digestive system. However, if you, like most people, do eat these foods regularly, because again, they're basically unavoidable in our modern diet, then you very likely have been experiencing food cravings, fatigue, aches, pains, and myriad health issues for years, and Total Restore was designed specifically for you. Now, let's talk about how you can get Total Restore for yourself today. As you probably guessed, getting all 16 of these gut-restoring ingredients is quite a challenge. I know, because I used to buy them all individually and take them all myself. And they work great, but finding safe, effective sources of these ingredients was costly, time-consuming, and, as you might expect, a lot of work to take 16 supplements a day. But I like to give people options. So if you do want to buy these 16 ingredients yourself, I've listed the exact ingredients you need on my website, so that you can order them from anywhere you like and mix them all together at home. However, if you'd rather have this incredible formula measured perfectly and know that every batch was third-party tested by the world's top labs for safety, purity, and potency, then we've created an easy way for you to obtain Total Restore for yourself. When Total Restore is available to the public, my distributor tells me it will be sold for around $69.95. A great price when you consider how expensive and time-consuming it is to get these 16 gut-boosting ingredients. But because you've watched this entire video, and I know you're serious about fighting leaky gut, I've asked our team to dramatically lower the cost of Total Restore for a brief period of time. So if you order today through this video presentation, you can get Gundry MD's Total Restore Gut Health Blend for just $49.95. That's an instant savings of $20. But remember, this offer is only available to first-time customers through this video presentation, and it's only available for the next 24 hours or until supplies run out. And supplies will sell out. When they do sell out, this offer will be taken down immediately, and Gundry MD Total Restore will return to its regular price of $69.95. This is an incredible opportunity, and if you take it, I only ask two things. First, when you begin taking Total Restore and you experience what I did, the vast improvement in energy, the healthier body, the surge of motivation, write in to tell me about the wonderful changes you see. My email address is stephengundry@gundrymd.com. Seeing and hearing how science changes people's lives is probably the greatest joy I experience as a doctor. And second, and this is equally important, please tell your friends and loved ones about the dangers of leaky gut on our bodies. As you know, it's one of the greatest threats to the health of Americans, and most people at risk have no idea that lectins and endotoxins are so directly linked to weight gain, low energy, and many other health problems. I've tried to do my part by creating this video. Now, we need to spread the word. Update. Congrats on making it this far. Because you're serious about improving your mental and physical health, we've got some new special packages of Total Restore available to help you save even more. You see, most of our users fall in love with Total Restore after just their first week of use, myself included. In fact, we've received over 20,000 orders of Total Restore in the last 2 months alone. And the reason we have so many users is because when people start taking Total Restore, they end up asking for quite a bit more, not just for themselves, but for friends and family too. So we've created multi-pack options to help you get some really big savings. When you order a pack of 3 bottles of Total Restore, you'll only pay $44.95 a bottle. That's $25 off the retail price of $69.95. And you'll get free shipping with your order today. And if you order a package of 6 bottles, you'll save even more, up to $165 off the retail price, which is incredible. Prolonged use is the #1 best way to get the most out of Total Restore. So, click the Next Step button below right now to find out if these options are still available. Speaking of prolonged use, people who want the most benefits and even lower prices usually opt for our Subscribe and Save option. By choosing Subscribe and Save when you order, you get an additional 10% off our already reduced prices. And you get Total Restore delivered straight to your door every month, so your progress is never interrupted by waiting for your next bottle. You also receive free shipping on every order. Best of all, you'll be grandfathered in at 10% below our lowest prices for as long as you wish. There's no contracts or anything, and you can cancel anytime. It's just a great way to make sure you always have Total Restore on hand, so your gut never reverts back to its prior state. As you recall, our user groups experience greater and greater results with every week of continued use. That's why we're offering the Subscribe and Save option and an extra 10% off. I want as many people as possible to experience the stunning transformation that comes from sustained, long-term gut health. If we do still have stock available, you'll see the Subscribe and Save option on the right side of the product page. I encourage you to act now if you're serious about your health and longevity. When this batch is sold out, the offer will be removed immediately, and Total Restore will return to its regular price of $69.95. Right now, you can pay as little as $1.27 per day to give you the sickness-fighting, energy-boosting power of our Gut Hero blend, the fat-burning power of reduced cravings, and so much more from the 16 unique ingredients. Best of all, every single bottle of Total Restore comes with Gundry MD's 90-day money-back guarantee. Yes, that means you can use every single pill, and if you don't experience all of the benefits our user groups did, then just send it back, and we'll happily return every cent of your purchase price, no questions asked, even if it's just the empty bottles. That's how confident we are in this groundbreaking new formula. So I want you to use it all and experience the incredible change for yourself. So, click the Next Step button below and let's get started. When you get to our order page, you'll see order options for Total Restore on the right side of the page. If you see options for our special 3 and 6 bottle packages, then we still have some of these packages in stock and the extra savings are still available. Our website is fully protected by the latest security technology, so your order is 100% secure. And our warehouse is based in the USA, right here in Southern California, with a team of friendly customer service specialists standing by if you have any questions. You can call us 7 days a week at 800-852-0477 with questions about your order, to hear about our lab, or just to tell us the big changes you've noticed since taking Total Restore. The feedback we've already received has been phenomenal, so I hope you're able to order right now and take advantage of the special internet-only price before it shoots up and you miss your chance. Most packages leave our warehouse the same day they're ordered, which means if you order now, you could be opening your first bottle of Total Restore in just a few days. And incredibly, at this special internet-only price, enjoying Total Restore is actually less expensive each day than a cup of coffee. Yet it provides a far cleaner type of boost, leaving you energized yet relaxed all day, without any late afternoon crash. Imagine the feeling of taking Total Restore for the first time, knowing the formula was scientifically tested for years using the most advanced gut-protecting, fat-burning technology available. When our gut blend begins to take effect in your body, you could feel what I and other users do, the pleasant surge of energy, that feeling of pure clarity and confidence, like the cobwebs have been brushed aside and everything is suddenly crystal clear. In fact, I bet after your first time using Total Restore, you'll say to yourself exactly what I did. I didn't know I could still feel this good again. But remember, Total Restore is not available in stores, and our formula is incredibly difficult to produce. So please, if you want to feel the dramatic effects of this groundbreaking health booster, click the Next Step button below while there's still time available and we have some bottles left in stock. Now, I'd like to get serious for a moment and talk about what's going to happen if you don't start making some real changes today. Now, unless you're one of the tiny fraction of people who eat a perfect lectin-free diet, the reality is that your body will continue to deteriorate as you get older if you do nothing to stop it. The fatigue you're dealing with right now, the digestive discomfort, the extra weight, these are not problems that just go away on their own. Yes, you could make some radical changes to your lifestyle, dramatically eliminating lots of foods from your diet. starting a comprehensive exercise plan. But these changes are very difficult to stick to. As a surgeon and a celebrated nutritionist, I can tell you that the longer you wait to deal with problems, the worse they get. I've seen many patients deteriorate very quickly as they age, and this is something they actually could have prevented if they just made a few small changes. Just to give you an example of how small things can lead to big problems, I've seen slight variations in cholesterol levels turn into heart disease. I've seen minor digestive problems turn into much more serious conditions. I've seen patients who didn't handle their blood sugar problems get worse and worse, ruining their quality of life. That's why I'm urging you to take action today and make a positive change in your health. Try Gundry MD Total Restore right now, risk-free, and see for yourself. One serving per day of this blend can have such a remarkable impact on so many areas of your health. I want you to feel the charge of energy that kicks in with this formula. I want you to feel the relief when those frustrating flare-ups leave your achy muscles and your tissues. I want you to feel great after you eat and to make indigestion, gas, and constipation a thing of the past. I want you to feel and see your changing waistline every morning when you look in the mirror. I want you to feel the vitality you know is inside you, just waiting to come out. Please, click the Next Step button below and get started right away with this investment in your future. And remember, this special first-time customer offer is only available for the next 24 hours or until supplies run out. Just try one bottle of Gundry MD Total Restore right now, instant savings of $20 off the price of a single bottle, and feel the effects for yourself. Don't forget, you'll get significantly deeper discounts on larger packages, up to $165 instantly off the regular price, if you act right now. And if you'd like to save an additional 10% off your order and lock in that price for life, look for the Subscribe and Save option on the product page. Try it for a full 90 days. And if you're unsatisfied with the results for any reason whatsoever, you'll get a complete refund of your money. I'm positive you're going to love how this product makes you feel. I'm certain Gundry MD Total Restore can help you live longer and feel better than you have in years. For your health, I'm Dr. Stephen Gundry. Still here? You've probably got some questions, and that's very common. Let me take a few moments to answer some of the most commonly asked questions about Gundry MD Total Restore. I've seen some other leaky gut products advertised. How is Gundry MD Total Restore different? Before I developed this formula, I looked at the other products out there, and I saw huge problems with every one of them. So much so, I refused to recommend any one of them. Here's why. First, most other leaky gut products have added sugars or artificial sweeteners. Both are terrible for your body, and they're also highly addictive. Gundry MD Total Restore has no sugar or artificial sweeteners whatsoever. Second, most other products contain lectins, and that's absolutely a no-no for me. We talked earlier about how lectins cause damage all over your body, creating serious problems, including leaky gut. So Gundry MD Total Restore has 0 lectins. It also has no soy, another toxic health food I tell everyone to avoid. But the big difference between Gundry MD Total Restore and other digestive health formulas is that I choose the ingredients for this formula based on clinical results. Look, I'm a surgeon with 30-plus years experience and a published medical researcher, so I brought that expertise to the table. This formula gets real results because it's got proven ingredients at the right dosage. Also, Gundry MD Total Restore is not just a gut health blend at all. It's really a 3-in-1 formula that can help boost energy, slim your waist, and solve leaky gut like nothing else can. It's a complete package with the right stuff that works. To see the full list of ingredients, dosages, and supplement facts, just click the Next Step button below for more information. Are there any side effects? Gundry MD Total Restore contains only 100% pure quality ingredients. The content of every batch is tested at my own facility and then tested again for quality and purity at an outside third-party laboratory. And again, my formula contains none of the toxic elements you'll find in lots of other so-called health products. Gundry MD Total Restore is sugar-free, artificial sweetener-free, lectin-free, soy-free, and dairy-free. As a physician, I'm putting my reputation on the line with this product, so you can be sure I go to great lengths to make sure every bottle is absolutely safe. I made a pledge when I developed the Gundry MD line. I will never sell any product I wouldn't personally recommend to a loved one. But of course, as a physician, I know that no supplement works for everyone. There's always a very small segment of the population who may be allergic or who can't tolerate certain ingredients in supplements. If you happen to be one of the very small percentage of people this applies to, simply contact our U.S.-based customer support team for an immediate refund. How will I know if it's working? Great question. The best thing about this formula is that you're going to feel it very quickly. Most users report feeling a distinctive, noticeable energy change within an hour of consuming. It may take longer for some than others, but it's a feeling you're going to want again and again. You'll notice a lifting of the brain fog that often clouds your day. breakfast should digest more smoothly. You'll feel better about completing tasks, one after the other, without losing steam, without losing stamina. After lunch, you'll wonder why you don't feel more lethargic. And the energy from this breakthrough formula comes without the crash you get from caffeine, without the crash you get from sugar or empty carbs. This is a clean energy because it's the kind of energy your body is supposed to be getting. You'll know it's working when you look up at the clock and it's already 10 p.m. You didn't notice because you were busy playing cards with friends, or working on that personal project, or watching that romantic movie with your spouse without falling asleep. This is what I'm talking about, the real meaning of having more energy. Of course, there's only one way to really find out if Gundry MD Total Restore will work for you, and that's to try it for yourself. If you're ready right now to get started, and if you're still here, you should be ready. Simply click the Next Step button just below. How do I use Gundry MD Total Restore? Now, this is the best part because it's just incredibly easy. It literally takes not even 1 minute out of your day. You simply take 1 serving of Total Restore capsules once a day. The extracts in this formula digest so easily, your body starts metabolizing them quickly into energy you can really feel. It's important to take your Total Restore every day on a consistent basis. I take mine every morning with breakfast so I can get my day started with a boost of long-lasting mental and physical energy. What if it doesn't work for me? Another great question, one we get all the time. Look, as a physician, I believe that everyone can benefit from the energy-boosting, gut-restoring ingredients in this formula. However, I've experienced enough in medicine to know that people are different. An individual body can react very differently to identical compounds. I've even seen very effective drugs have little or no effect on certain patients. And it's all just down to their individual body dynamics. So, even though our users rave about the incredible changes they see when using Gundry MD Total Restore, there are going to be some cases with fewer results. However, the great news is this. If the formula doesn't get results for you, I'm going to give you your money back. In fact, if there's any reason at all you're unsatisfied after a full 90 days of use, I'll return your investment. Again, my reputation is on the line here. I want every single person who comes to Gundry MD to have a completely positive experience. It's my name on the label, and I've come too far to risk that. So, try Gundry MD Total Restore for 3 full months. If you don't see truly remarkable results, less fatigue, reduced digestive discomfort, fewer unexplained aches and pains, clearer thinking, and better physical stamina, I'll give you your money back, and that's my personal guarantee. So please, simply click the Next Step button below and get started, risk-free right now. You'll find detailed information on the website about the full list of ingredients in this cutting-edge formula, about myself and my medical credentials, and everything you need to know about the product. It's been a pleasure spending this time with you today, and I hope you'll take action today. Just click the button below so I can get started on personally transforming your health and your energy. For your health, I'm Dr. Stephen Gundry.